No one is taking that energy seriously enough, and they don't even know it. Lives are literally being ruined because of this. People think that energy work looks like meditation and journaling, and while those two things are very valid, you can't do them and then go onto TikTok and just casually start commenting about things that you don't like, critiquing, posting videos casually about things that you don't like. All those things seem very small and extremely normalized, but what you don't realize is they are keeping you in negative energy spaces for so long. They are wiring your subconscious to work in a way that you are never going to want. They are encouraging a scarcity mindset, and they are basically just preventing you from becoming your dream self and your dream life. And I am not about that. And here's the reason why you should even watch and listen to this video. When you don't protect your energy, you unconsciously attract people, situations, and patterns that dysregulate you. E.g., the friends you have that keep draining you with their conversation, the anxiety that you experience in the middle of the day, the drama that you keep wondering why it keeps coming into your life. None of that is random, it's all resonating with you because of what you are putting out into the world. Because you are living in a constant state of energetic inflammation. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about or why any of this is even important, energy protection is not just about good vibes only. Protecting your energy is all about self-respect and consciously choosing not to be available to chaos. Any sort of low frequency vibes or interactions that do not serve your higher self or where you want to be in this life. I personally think that energy protection is the highest, most self-loving thing you could ever do for yourself. And while I'm going to give examples in this video about not having negative conversations, not engaging in drama, while it may sound that I'm telling you to do a favor for that other person or to be nicer to people, none of this video is about other people. It is all about you. And while some of these situations and examples are going to involve your interactions with other people or on social media, the entire purpose of this video is to make your life better and easier. Because the truth of the matter is, your energy shapes your reality. The external world and reality that you experience on an everyday basis is simply a mirror reflecting your internal frequency. So if your energy is cluttered, reactive, or drained, you're just going to keep attracting things that mirror that. Plus, without protecting your energy, you are saying goodbye to evolving and growth. And it's so funny because energy protection is never talked about, right? So it's not something that we ever prioritize or focus on. And so what happens is, if we are not regulating our energy, we are staying in the same place in our life over and over again. We are just going through the same old cycles, different faces and different people, but the same old storylines that just keep coming into your life, and you're thinking, why am I so unlucky? Why do I keep attracting men that are trash? You are just going to be stuck in this misaligned old loop until you get intentional about what you allow into your life, and that's what I'm going to be breaking down in this video. Before we get right into it, I want to recommend you guys a service that is actually super in line with today's video, and that is BetterHelp, who is the paid partner of today's video. BetterHelp is an online therapy service that can take your self-care and your energy protection and your mindset and your thoughts to the very next level, all from the comfort of your own home. With any sort of self-development, especially if you guys watch my videos on my channel and you're constantly trying to grow and level up into the next version of yourself, a lot of the time that can be super overwhelming, and you can experience something called glow up burnout, which is something that I recently wrote a newsletter on. It's something that's super common, and then when you go through it and you feel like you're falling behind and you're not actually making progress, you're putting even more pressure on yourself and then just falling even more behind on your self-love and confidence journey, and we are not about that. And I think that's why it's so important to have somebody, especially somebody professional and credentialed, to be able to speak to about your problems so that you can really gain the necessary support that's needed on a self-transformation journey. And that is exactly where talking to a therapist on BetterHelp can help you. You can have your therapy sessions as a phone call, video chat, or even messaging if you prefer that. It's all about choosing the form of therapy that is most comfortable for you. Getting started is super simple. You just go to BetterHelp's website, fill out the questionnaire that's going to pop up, which will assess all of your specific needs, and then you will get matched to a therapist that best suits you, in most cases in 48 hours or less. And if the therapist that you're first matched with isn't quite the right fit for you and you want to try again, which is super common in therapy, I've experienced it before, then you can actually switch to another therapist at no extra cost, and BetterHelp will take care of all of that for you. I've definitely made the mistake in the past of thinking that everything always has to fall on my shoulders and I always have to figure out the solution to everything. And it was only once I started therapy, and especially therapy with BetterHelp, where I could do it in my bedroom and still stay on track with my schedule, I felt like I was doing the best, most loving favor for myself. It was so easy, so smooth, and gave me so much mental clarity and emotional support. So I highly recommend you guys consider online therapy with BetterHelp. You can actually use my unique link, it's below in the description. It's betterhelp.com/TamCore. And if you click on my unique link, it will actually get you 10% off your first month of therapy with BetterHelp. Okay, lesson number 1 in protecting your energy might be controversial, but standing up for yourself should only be reserved for permanent people. Basically, you need to learn when silence is best. Because arguing with a stranger is literally the most pointless thing in the world. Even if they were rude to you, they disrespected you, whatever. Why? Because when you respond back to stand up for yourself, they're going to continue arguing back with you, and you are going to be stuck in that negative situation for so much longer. It's going to dampen your mood. It's going to put even more of that experience in your head, so you have more to think about it later, even after you've left. It's going to be on your mind the whole day because it made you angry, sad, or frustrated. Then you're going to have so much of that experience to think about that then you're going to have to rant about it to your partner, to your friend, to your family, leaving you stuck in that same negative situation for so much longer than you were even in it. And the common response to this is like, no, of course I'm going to stand up for myself and say something back because that's what's going to make them learn and that's what's going to heal the world. No. Literally no. You think a disrespectful person who mistreated you like that in the first place has the emotional intelligence, awareness, ability to put their perspective in your shoes and actually be able to listen and understand what you're saying? They absolutely do not. No, we're all doing this out of ego. Because mastering the ability to stay silent and walk away, regardless of how they might be screaming at you, talking to you, or how they mistreated you, is energy protection, it's power, and it's strength. It's you doing the best favor for yourself so that you are not dragging yourself into something that has the potential to ruin your day. Because at the end of the day, it could have just been a 1-minute interaction that you leave alone, and then you change the whole trajectory of the rest of your day and actually make it a positive one. That is really how you need to be looking at this. No emotional residue, no spiraling, no chaotic energy just stuck in your nervous system. And again, this isn't about the other person. It's not about doing a favor for them. You really want to engage in a conversation with them and then have to write about them in your journal while you are processing your emotions later? No, ew. They do not deserve that. It is not worth the negative energy that you have to use to engage in that. On the flip side, if it is your parent, your friend, your partner, your boss, your work colleague, do it. That's when you should stand up for yourself. That's when you should say something back, because those people you have to be around every single day or regularly. Those people you have to actually work on the relationship you have with them to make your life tolerable every single day. That's worth the negative energy. And on top of that, when you do stand up for yourself and when you do have the conversation, hopefully it should lead to a better solution that actually makes your bond with them stronger and leads to mutual understanding and listening. Anything else is not worth your breath and should just be left alone. Remember that unprotected energy keeps you in reaction mode. When you make it a habit to act in this way and know that not everything needs a response, you are going to be the highest, most calmest, happiest version of yourself. This links into lesson number 2, relinquish rehashing. It is so normalized to rant to your closest people or to tell your friends something that just happened. And I know that because I used to do it all the time. Like I would text or voice note my friends or send them a video on Snap, like rehashing this entire story of what happened. Like, oh my God, you wouldn't believe it. I saw these 2 people fighting in the street and then this is what happened. Or, oh my God, my Uber driver is so rude. And then he said this and then I said this, blah, 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 blah. Basically allowing that tiny, small, negative situation to enter your orbit and your life even deeper and really penetrate into your subconscious and your beliefs and your mood and your entire day. Every single time you choose energetic peace, alignment, and protection over reaction, people-pleasing, overthinking, complaining, or just tolerating low-frequency environments, you quantum leap. And that's because your higher self already exists in that place you are quantum leaping to. They don't entertain these conversations. They know they get nothing from it. Your higher self can only meet you in places where your energy is undistorted and highly protected. Every single time you retell a story of a negative experience, you are replanting the seed of that story into your subconscious. You are reinforcing the emotion all over again and keeping the story alive for longer in your nervous system and in your mind. And then tells the universe that you want even more of it because you're feeling it, you're experiencing it, you're retelling it, you're thinking about it for so much longer. We already know our thoughts and emotions create our reality. So if you're spending so much time with your emotional and mental energy on this, you are literally accidentally manifesting it. But the moment that you decide this moment doesn't even deserve a second thought, that's when you cut the energetic cord and you free yourself and you can start quantum leaping to that highest version of yourself, because she would never act in that way and she would never entertain that. She is so unbothered. She's got 1,000,001 other better, positive, amazing, abundant things going on in her life and she's focusing on them. This links into lesson number 3, which is the solution to this. How do we actually protect ourselves when negative, random people or situations come at us unprovoked? And the answer is, you need to picture a golden aura or golden bubble of light surrounding you, protecting you at all times. And as weird and stupid as it might sound, I know, okay, I fully know, because when I first found out about this, I thought it was so random and I was like, why is that even gonna work? But now I fully understand it. It's because when you are imagining this golden aura, this protective bubble around you, your brain can't tell the difference between an imagined and a real experience. So your subconscious mind very much thinks that you are fully protected. Nobody can pop or penetrate this bubble. You are protected from the outside world, from hearing people gossip, from seeing those people fight over there, from negative conversations, from haters, from people judging you. By imagining this, you are telling your system and your subconscious, I am protected. I have strong boundaries. No one can get to me unless I allow them to. And if you consistently visualize this, over time you are training and rewiring your brain to be less reactive to external negative energy, which means that chaos isn't going to get to you in the way that it used to. You're not going to feel drained when someone's having a conversation that doesn't serve you because you're always protected. You can hear it, but it's not entering your mind. It's not affecting your emotions. Because of course you can't isolate yourself and you can't make yourself immune to never having experienced anything negative, but you can become a master of how you let it affect you and your reality. And I think the easiest way to go about this is when you do see something that doesn't sit right with you and that disturbs you, you just gotta think, is this about me or is this about that person's own internal chaos? If yes, I'm gonna walk away. There's no reaction needed from me. Because most people go through their day, throughout their lives, unconsciously absorbing everything around them like a sponge, both good and bad. People arguing, people gossiping, judgments, negative, low vibe conversations that are so far from the reality they are trying to manifest, and they are soaking it all up. And in the long term, it affects the type of person they become, because absorbing all of those things and allowing them to enter your orbit affects all of the beliefs you hold in your mind. And it creates even more limiting beliefs, because just because it's not a part of your experience, just hearing other people talk about that makes you think posting online is cringy, or overdressing is really bad, or people aren't gonna like me if I do this, because you've heard it so many times and you've internalized it. Then you have so many limiting beliefs that you can't level up into the next version of yourself because you have so much to work through. So instead, you become a mirror in this golden orb of light. You reflect, you do not absorb. You simply observe, you do not accept. Lesson number 4 is the most important one, and that is be so careful what you choose to speak about. You need to be so picky with the words that you put in your mouth and that you choose to vocalize externally to the people around you, and therefore allow it to re-enter your mind all over again. For example, there is so much cancel culture in the world right now, and there are so many negative topics that are the most engaged with on social media platforms and that are trending for weeks. So I'm talking about all of the pointless things that are not worth your energy, time, or breath. Obviously not the larger global issues that so clearly need awareness and conversations, whether it be catcalling on the street, whether it be bad people that are harming others, whether it be issues between countries. Those are things that are 100% worth negative energy and that you should talk about. But when it comes to cancel cultures and influencers and this brand did this, oh my God, why are you doing this to yourself? It's not even about them. It's not about being nice to them. Let's leave that out of the equation. This is about what you are spending your precious energy on. There is a massive difference between raising awareness and chasing relevance. Honestly, every single time I see the tiniest issue on social media, it gets blown up and becomes a trend that goes on for weeks because everybody else wants to jump on the bandwagon of this problematic conversation and critiquing something or someone just because they know it's going to get them views, it's going to keep going on a conversation, they're going to get more engagement. And social media has tricked everyone into believing that every single thought they have deserves to be content. So you can think that it's fully within your right to express and speak on your opinions, but all you are doing is opening yourself up to a low vibrational energetic field and allowing it to leak into your life. And honestly, I can't sit here and judge you because I used to be the exact same. I was just unconsciously scrolling, consuming things. I thought it was interesting when people were doing like full-on documentaries about like celebrity drama. Of course I wanted to know what was going on. That's just human nature. But now my life has changed because any single time I'm about to watch something, listen to something, or engage in a conversation, I think, is this going to benefit my energy? Like, I am prioritizing it so much that I ask it with every single decision I make now. And oh my God, asking that has prevented me from clicking on things, watching things, talking about things. Because every single time you speak, you are coding your own reality. Your subconscious mind doesn't recognize tone or jokes. So you saying men are trash and I hate people and work is so annoying, it logs all of those statements as beliefs, even if it's the most casual thing that you just said in passing. And then suddenly you have even more things to complain about. You have even more limitations. You have even more evidence in your life of struggle and scarcity, and then that continues keeping you in the same old loop. And that is exactly why when people say the phrase, I'm not a hater, but, and then go on to say some sort of criticism or opinion. No, you are a hater. You literally saying that, even if it's your first time saying it, you are programming your own mindset to be a hater. Again, this is not about me. This is not about my haters. This is about you and doing the best favor for yourself so that you are not turning into somebody and adopting an identity that you so very clearly do not want. Lesson number 5 in protecting your energy is to stop chasing and rushing everything all the time. E.g., waking up at the last minute in the morning, rushing off to school, getting all of that done, coming home, doing homework, stressing about exams, going to sleep, getting up and doing it the whole day. Or going to work and then worrying about your appointments and then texting whilst you're also on the treadmill at the gym trying to wind down and get your exercise in, thinking about every single thing you have to do on your to-do list while stressing out about that negative situation you experienced yesterday. Your dream life does not require more hustle, and that is a really hard truth that I had to learn and that I am still working on at this phase in my life. Because protected energy is stable and calm and peaceful. And like we always say, when you stop chasing, you start attracting. That's when the universe can finally deliver everything you want without interference or obstacles. All this rushing and overworking and hustling is simply a trauma response. It's you feeling like you don't have the self-worth to deserve what you actually want, so that you have to then overexert yourself in order to be worthy of having those things. It's you creating the longest to-do list that is actually a punishment in disguise, because you feel like you have to suffer in order to gain any happiness or abundance in your life. It's you proving that you're only worthy of things by doing more things, and that is a lack frequency. When you are constantly rushing, overworking yourself, not making time for your self-care, your rest, your needs, your mood, you are basically telling the universe, I don't trust in my timing, I don't trust in my journey, I don't trust that there are good things that are inevitably going to happen to me. I don't believe it's working for me, I need to force it, I need to keep working, otherwise I'm never gonna get anywhere. And because you believe that, and then you act in accordance to that, you just attract even more stress and anxiety in similar situations into your life, therefore further damaging your energy. And finally, lesson number 6. Every time you scroll, you are casting energetic votes. And you're voting with your attention. That harmless bedtime, morning, mid-work break scroll through the drama, the cancel culture, the celebrity gossip is not only feeding the algorithm to keep showing you it because you're engaging with it, commenting on it, or watching it till the very end, but it's also rewiring and programming your subconscious mind to give you even more of it and alter your beliefs so that your reality literally mirrors the very thing that you're watching on your phone. I know, it's very, very Black Mirror-esque. Because your energy doesn't know that you're just watching a video on TikTok. Your energy is absorbing every single thing that you listen to and see as truth, as a part of your reality, as a part of who you are. That means that the controversial podcasts or videos you're listening to, because everybody's been talking about it and arguing about it, your energy and your mind isn't programming that as, oh, we're just gonna see like what this is about because my friends were talking about it at school. No, it's logging that content that you are listening to as a forecast. It's logging it as, this is now my new worldview. This is how the world works. This is how people think and act. And like I said before, it's then going to affect the things you are going to be able to do in the future. Why do you think everybody says, I can't post online, it's too cringy? They don't believe that. It's because they've heard other people at school, university, in their friend group, or in the workplace talk like that, and now it's been logged as a belief because they were listening to that, because they were in environments with people who don't support things like that and aren't confident in themselves, and now it's literally affecting the way that they can live their own life because they don't protect their energy and they don't rewire their mindset after being exposed to something negative like that. What you consume, you become. So you need to be very careful in curating your consumption, because at the end of the day, your algorithm does not care about you. It's just repeating to you what you care about and what you engage with. So maybe take a social media detox, or do what I do, mute, block without fear, without second thought, click not interested on TikTok videos that do not serve your higher self. I do this on a daily basis. Whenever my For You page tries to change on me, start typing in words to things that actually align with you and the version you want to become, whether it's art, music, film, dance, anything that inspires or motivates you. My whole For You page is like astrology, motivational quotes, business advice, because your feed is going to become your future. Like, of course you are training your reality to become what you are literally taking the time out in your day to stare at, listen to, and engage with, and then absorb. Your mind is programming that as, this is important. We stopped working on the thing we're really passionate about to watch this important video. Oh, we must do this. Whole time you were just meaninglessly procrastinating, but it doesn't program like that. And that's the kind of self-sabotage that people don't even clock until they are insecure, somebody that they never used to be, and not having any energy to do the things that they once enjoyed. Because all of these little decisions are just building up every single day. Every single video you watch is somebody else's mood, trauma, opinion, and projection literally being uploaded into your subconscious mind. The mind that controls and creates every single decision you make and the life that you live. And without even realizing it, now your body has to process all of these breakup stories, all of the celebrity drama, all of this gossip, all of these critiques of what other people are doing. And now you're just filled with with sadness and fear and comparison and anger and frustration. There's so much to be angry about in the world when you are consuming all of these opinions all at once. So, the only homework I'm setting you guys for this video is for every single decision that you make this week, I want you to take a step back and ask, does this benefit my vibration? Does this lift up my energy? And if the answer is no, you walk away, you withdraw. Whether it's arguing with someone, watching a video, sending a text, and just see how much better and lighter you're gonna feel at the end of it, I promise. And that brings us to the end of this video. A little bit of a different one. I loved filming this. It's just an issue that is so important to me. It's something that I've just been thinking about for so long, but also this video aligns so much to what I'm going through right now in my life and what I'm focusing on. Energy protection has been literally the theme of my everyday life for like 2-3 weeks now. And I have, honest to God, already seen so much benefit from it and so much of a shift in how I'm feeling every single day, and also the decisions I'm making every single day, and I feel so much better for it. And of course, sometimes it can be very tempting and it can be very hard to stay consistent with, but as someone who is going through it right now, please stick with it. You are gonna see so much transformation, probably in the fastest time frame you've ever seen. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so proud of you. The fact that you're still here just shows how seriously you take yourself, and I love that for you. And I will see you same time next week on Friday for a brand new video. Bye.